Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here and to a little chat video. So as you can hear, my voice is okay. Halfway through this video it will start. It will start because it's only the second day, and every video I've made today it's kind of started to give up halfway through, but I've just had dinner, so it's kind of it's all right at the minute. So yeah, okay, do I have my phone? No, I don't know where that is. I thought I brought it in. Oh well, it's here somewhere. Might have left it in the bedroom. Never mind. I've been asked if I would put up a wedding picture up on my community wall, so I'll do that. I haven't done it yet. I've been really busy today, and you know, kind of cooking. Well, I never cooked much, but I had to cook a little bit. And you know, postman came, parcel force came, unpacked the yarn, showed the yarn, which will come up today for you guys. It's tomorrow for me, but it's today for you. I was possibly going to do it today, but day ran away. It just ran away with me. And I looked at the time, and I actually was a bit late with my started already. I was a little bit late with my my giveaway today, only by about, I think, half an hour-ish, but it was still a bit, oh my goodness, look at the time. But and I kind of had these guys knocking because next door has her sister with her at the moment, and she's parked outside, and they wanted to get a caravan down the road and it wasn't able to. Right, I just bear with me a sec. One of these buttons is swivel, and for some reason I've pressed it, and then my fan was oscillating, but it kind of goes weird. It's like that, and you know, now it's blowing at me, so that's cool. Before I forget, I'm going to do you a joke, right? I'll do it when we do the joke. Okay, so this was the Wednesday one. Goodness gracious, we've gone back to the dark. Back to the dark. It says here, but without the child, none of this works. And this is that car, oh god, Creed Karga. That's that funny guy that talks funny. But without the child, none of this works. It sound more like sound more like the phone jacker when he used to do if you watched it, you'll know. If you don't, I'm sorry, I don't remember that guy's name. I want to say Marcel, but it probably wasn't. Okay, it was just a character, of course. Oh, it's upside down. No, it's not. Looked upside down. For some reason that looked upside down to me. It's weird. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna need my specs for this one. Where am I up to? People say doing what you love. People say that when you have kids, stop doing what you love. I've always hunting for cereal, car. Yep, this is new. People say that when you have kids, you stop doing what you love. But not me. I've always loved hunting for cereal in car seats and scraping dried ketchup off dirty plates. So I was going to do you a joke. Okay. I heard this kind of joke this morning. And it is in honour of Oasis, who have announced a reunion tour. And I am going to be one of those people trying madly to get tickets. You probably don't know this about me, but I love Oasis. I love Liam, especially. I think I love his songs. I just love his... Mike loves Noel more, but... I say likes. But I can't... And Gary likes Noel. You think that there's more kind of an intelligent one, and more of a thinking person's Oasis member. Whereas I just think they're both laddish, and well, they ain't anymore, but you know, they were as bad as each other. But I don't know, I just kind of into Liam's voice, and Liam's, I do like Noel, don't get me wrong, but it's Liam for me all the way. Anyway, I know they're obnoxious, and you know, I can understand anyone who doesn't like them, kid, but I do. Anyway, so there was, in honor of them reforming, there is a cafe selling, and it's true, it's a true story, Oasis soup. Oasis soup. And so they said, well, why is it Oasis soup? What's so special about it? It's just minestrone. And they said, yeah, but you got to roll with it. You got to roll. Oh, not only did my face implode, my neck did then. That was like, I wish it would do that. I wish it would just suddenly get thinner. It would be so good. It would be so good if that was a real thing. Yeah, gotta roll with it. I would sing it, but you know, you gotta roll with it. That's all I'm gonna do, because otherwise it will sound so good that they'll copyright strike me. You're right. Yeah, right, yeah. Dream On, which is another song I like, but not by Oasis, Aerosmith. Anyway, let's get off the subject of songs and artists. And excuse me, I've just had my dinner, so I'm a little bit we had pie, but they were like a steak bake pie, a little flatty pie, and mashed potato with peas and corn. It was really nice. So what was I going to tell you? There was something I was going to tell you. No. Yeah, Oasis are getting back together. Did you know? It's not what I was going to tell you. I have no idea. Oh yes, my giveaway kind of gives away the yarn that you'll be seeing tomorrow. And some little accessories that I'm really I was super excited to get the little accessories. So that'll be up today. As well as all the lovely yarn that you've seen a few times, with some of it anyway. It's hot in here, it really is. It's been a really hot day today. Suddenly the temperature shot right up here in the south. I put the washing thingy out, and I did all my tea towels. So I thought, you know what, I might as well just, rather than put them over in the living room, put them outside. So I put up the little clothes horse out there, and I did that, and I washed my trainers, because the other day I've got this they're Adidas ones, and they're nice kind of summer ones, you know, they're breathable. But as I took them off, it was a bit unbreathable because they were a tad smelly, and I don't normally have smelly feet, but it must have been where it was so hot. And yeah, so I kind of took them off and thought, ooh, they go in the wash. And luckily they're washable ones, so they're almost dry. It was so hot today. I just put them out and they're dry in no time, seriously. So the people over the back were cutting trees down. Sadly, not the tree that Gary hates, but because there's one that is planted right at the back of their garden by the fence, and it overhangs us, and it drops catkins. It's actually one that has pine cones on it, and it drops rubbish all the time onto the patio that he built. So he's always sweeping it. He's always sweeping it off. And anything that overhangs, and you can see it's like, he cuts it off, but it still repays him by dropping even more on his patio. So yeah, but sadly they didn't get rid of that one. They got rid of others, but they had this wood chipper. See what I mean? It goes after a while. They had this wood chipper that was really the noisiest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And Fluffy was terrified of it, but she was like, no, I'm staying out. She didn't really want to come in. It was so hot. And so I fed her out the garden, and she was kind of happy out there. Even with this racket, which normally she runs a mile. Gary only has to go out there with a lawnmower, and that's it. She's gone. But she's getting stranger every day, that cat. She really is. Bless her. She spent one day, she was out all night. Well, she won't come in most of the time. And this particular night must have been a bit chilly. So she spent the whole of the next day huddled in the conservatory, looking very, very bedraggled and under the weather. I thought, is she ill? Am I going to have to take her to the vet? Well, the next day she's back to normal, but she had a whole day of like, I'm staying in. I'm going to warm myself, and she's back to normal today. But last night I tried to get her in. I couldn't shout because Gary was asleep and I didn't want to wake him up. So I've opened the door and I haven't got much voice. I'm going, Fluffy, come on then. And she's like, oh. So I could see her eye, just the one eye reflecting in the moonlight. And I'm like, Fluffy, come on in. Come on. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm going in. Yeah, she's going to start licking everything. She obviously doesn't want to come in. Isn't it funny how they can lick this bit? They do though, don't they? I'm quite jealous of the dexterity of a cat and the things they can reach. Not when they stick their back leg up and, you know, not that. I don't really want to. That's well, I wish I hadn't said I shouldn't have mentioned that. I do apologise. Look, I just imploded again. I kind of like it, but it's annoying at the same time. When it does, it tickles me when I see it. It really does. More than it should. Let's just say more than it should. I can't remember what I told you about the wedding and the family, but the latest thing, Michael would like me to take him to see Wolverine and Deadpool, and he said, oh, you've seen it, haven't you? And I went, twice. Yeah, we saw it with Martin, that's Gary's brother, and then when Jamie came down he wanted to see it, so yeah, we went to see. He went, oh, maybe you could take me, and I thought, that'd be the third time the third time of watching. But he feels it's you know, gonna go straight over Eleanor's head because she hasn't seen any of the Wolverines or the Deadpool movies, so he wants her to watch them all first. He's very precise about movies. And anyway, I said to him, you need to go and see the new Alien film because it's quite good. So he's like, is it follow on from Prometheus? I said no, it was more of a hark back to the original, but you will like it. If you let her see the first film, then you can go and see it. It won't make any difference. So, but he wants me to be on the phone trying to get those tickets because he's a massive kind of Oasis fan. So they announced that there's a questionnaire that you have to fulfill to get into the draw. So you have to do this questions to be in the pot to be invited to get tickets, I think, so that you're kind of in the queue. So they said on the TV that it's probably going to be questions like, who was Oasis' first drummer? So I said, I'm not going to know the answer to these questions. And he said, well, just make sure you've got a phone to Google. Google stuff quick. So, yeah, and I said, and one of them would be, how many times have you seen Oasis? So you don't know if by saying, oh, I've seen them 3 times, if that's a good thing. They might think, well, you've been before, we don't need, you know, we're going to give it priority to people who haven't. Or if you say none, are they going to say you're obviously not a big enough fan, so they're not going to let you say, what is the correct answer? I don't know. So, you know, I don't want to mess up for him because I know he really wants to see him. I'm not saying 100% that we will go, but I would get the 4 tickets because you're only allowed 4. I was going to get 6. I thought if I got 6, that way if my other son Paul wanted to go, he could. If he didn't want to go, then Martin would definitely want to go. And, you know, there'd be no trouble, you know, having 6 tickets. But they're only allowing 4 per person. So, yeah, I said to him, you'll be lucky if you get any. Because, you know, the world and his wife and their dog are going to want to get those tickets. So it's just not, do not build your hopes up that any of us are going to get through. But they did say that they might announce more dates, so that should be at least, you know, he can possibly get them. So yeah, I've had a really busy day, but and my voice is kind of coming, it comes and goes. It's a bit like a karma chameleon. It comes and goes. 1 minute it's there, then it's all gone again. I feel like there's something I was going to tell you, but I just cannot, for the life of me, remember what. Now, I will put the picture up on my community wall of the wedding. I won't bombard you with tons of them like I did on my my members video. I said I'd show them some, so I kind of did. But and I will be doing members live soon. I'm not sure when, but I'm going to be doing that soon. Oh, it's nice and cool now. The fan has cooled me down. That's good. So I haven't done any crochet. Obviously, I've not been here. I've been partying and stuff. And today there was not one single minute that I'd had to myself, to be honest. I mean, the only time I wasn't doing stuff like making videos or unpacking yarn and stuff like that, I was doing the washing, you know, demeaning drudgery and that sort of thing, house stuff. So what I need is I need a cleaner. That's what I need. I need a housekeeper. Oh goodness gracious! Hang on, didn't do it that time. Why does it do it sometimes and not other? It just kills me. It does. It kills me. Yeah, I have no idea why that does that. Why it doesn't on other occasions. You know, it does it to poor Joan. Poor Joan. Bless her. Whew. So yeah, I kind of got a lot of things coming up as well before we go to Vegas, which is imminent now, isn't it? It's like really around the corner. Got a phone call today from the travel agent saying, as we are their customers, if they've booked for us, we've booked through them rather, we'll get preferential rates of exchange on the dollar. So did we want to reserve dollars or a card or something to, so, you know, they're really good rates at the moment. Don't believe that for a minute. So the only incentive to go with them is the fact that we will get better rate per dollar because we have booked a holiday with them. They give you a bit better. But there are cards where you can use abroad and it will give you the preferential rate of exchange at the time and won't charge you for the transaction. Others, you'll get whatever the you know, is kind of the worst one, and they'll charge you in as well for the transaction. So I want to kind of make sure I get the right thing. I don't want to, you know, because you get more dollars for your money, which is, you know, call me old fashioned, that's more yarn if I get to Walmart and Michael's and Joann's or whatever it is, you know, isn't it? It's yarn, isn't it? It's yarn tokens. So yeah, I want as many as the month I can possibly get. So Gary said to me earlier, should we get a taxi then? Maybe we get a taxi to Walmart. And I said, well, the thing is, perhaps this time round, because we've seen so much of the strip and we've seen a lot of stuff, maybe this time round we'll get to grips with the buses and find out if we go to this place, we can get this bus there and we can get that same bus back. And we always, you know, we'll always know that we can get home by a cab, which will probably be extortion, but at least you know you're not going to be stuck anywhere. So yeah, maybe we'll do the bus or find out from local people that work there and stuff the best way to do it, you know, because sometimes if you're paying 2 fares on a bus, it might be better to get a taxi, which is one payment for both of you. So found that in Gran Canaria, that for us to go to because we were in Puerto Rico, but we were on the outskirts of it, round the bay, in another little tiny bay, and for us to get the bus to go to Puerto Rico was actually dearer than us both getting a taxi, because, you know, you have to pay twice for a bus, but you pay once for a taxi. So it was beneficial just to get the taxi, and better obviously. But then when we went to the market, which was in another town, obviously it was better to get the bus because it's a lot cheaper fare. We went to a lot of places by bus. We got to grips with their bus service. It was nice. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll get, I mean, when we went last time, we knew about the monorail and we was fine with that. And then, you know, once we got past the free one and we paid for the other. So we was up and down that thing like, you know, like we were locals, just saying. But never did touch a bus. We did go out off the strip though. We we had a day out. We had an SUV that we hired and we went to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. We did that ourselves. But there was another day where we went off, and that was because we knew kind of that timeshare people, right? If you come and join us for the day, it will only keep you at X amount of hours. You don't have any obligation to buy it, and we will give you free tickets for a show of your choice. So we figured, yeah, right then, let's do it. So we went away to this complex, and it was beautiful, really lovely, but it was off the strip. And we didn't see any shops or anything like that, but we did go past Walmart when we were driving about ourselves. So it was good though, because we met a friend there. We met a lady who was our rep. Her name was Darlene, and we got very friendly. And she said, "Listen, I don't care if you want this thing or not, but anything you want to ask me. You know, I've been living here a while. Do you want me to tell you the best places to go?" So we said, "Yeah, please." So we got a piece of paper and a pen, and she wrote down all the places that we needed to go and the things that we didn't want to miss. And she told us about the Skyfall Lounge, which back then was free. Don't think it is anymore. But you could go up there, you could get yourself one drink, and you could sit out on that, well, I was going to say veranda, but that's not really the right word, on the balcony, and sit on these really comfy sofas with a beautiful view of the whole strip at night. And you could sit there all night if you wanted to. And we did that once we were a bit come back, and we was a bit exhausted, but we weren't ready for bed. We said, okay, we were right close to there as well. So we said, we'd just go and sit in the Skyfall Lounge and have a drink. So we would do that quite often. So yeah, if it wasn't for Darlene, I would have known about it. And she told us about a few of this is the good buffet. There's a couple, these are the buffets. Where you want to eat is here. And she would like tell us everything. And we had a great kind of time with our little list. You must do this while you're here, you must do it. So because we've done so much of that, you know, if we do spend a couple of days trying to figure out bus services and finding shops, then that won't be such a bad thing. Still not looking forward to the flying. You'd think that I've found another way of getting there by now. You know, like in Star Trek, when you can just energize and you appear. Mind you, would you really want to be energized? You know, be scared of that instead of coming back as a person with 4 heads or something. I wouldn't mind having 4 arms. I could have more rings. You think all the things you could do with extra set of arms. More crochet. Could knit with these, crochet with that one. Pick my nose. I could pick my nose anyway, but oh, my face exploded. But you know, all the extra stuff you could do with another set of arms. Anyway, I'm just being silly. So yeah, if you haven't found my hump day giveaway yet, then please do, because it is some yarn that people have been saying, I can't find that yarn. Where's that yarn? And I did buy it for the shop, and oof, it is lovely. I bought some more for me. I had some anyway, but I bought some more for me. And I put half of it in the giveaway. So yeah, I'm going to get off and upload this, otherwise I shall be chatting away in the corner here all night long. But I'm going to be getting back on with my knitting. My knitting has not grown, obviously, because I've been out and about. I've decided to leave it this length. I was worrying it was too narrow, but it's not. I don't like wide scarves anyway. And I'm going to put on a little crochet border, so that will widen it up a little bit. That'll be perfectly fine then. So I'm going to get on with that, but that's not a watching telly project. Well, not it might be, but I haven't knitted for a while. So yeah, I need to get a bit of speed up on that. And then of course I've got that Boggy Creek and another Boggy Creek blanket, and there's one I want to start. Oh, I'm really annoyed myself actually. It wasn't until I was talking to my nephew Ian, and then his daughter was there, and I saw this pregnant belly, and I suddenly realised that I hadn't taken a blanket with me. And I went, oh no, I was going to bring your blanket, and I left it at home. I thought I'd bring it, then I wouldn't have to post it to you. And I said, oh, unbelievable. All the time I kept saying to you guys, I'm going to take it with me, I'm going to take it with me. Did I take it with me? No, I did not. So now I'm going to have to post it, never mind. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Don't forget then to watch out for yesterday's hump day giveaway and the winners and the yarn today, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.